She is a motivational speaker, a trainer, a fitness instructor, a mother of three sons and two grandchildren. In 2018, she won the Healthier Hero Award. She started her own coaching and consulting company. She became the host of CPM Radio Net. She is a certified Les Brown motivational speaker, trainer, and coach. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together to welcome Davina Carter Wilson.
Thank you, for having me, Dr. Drew, for having me, because it's a pleasure, because I'm always the one behind the interviews. So it's good to be interviewed. So I thank you.
Thank you very much, Davina. It's so pleasure to have you here, especially when you interview somebody who is an expert interviewer. Then I have to be very much careful about the questions that I craft. Thanks a lot. Davina, it was not easy. Your life was not really easy. Today, you're well known in the United States as a motivational speaker, especially as a health coach. And you have programs every other day where people from around the world, they ask you different questions, and you are an expert answering those questions. But if I take you back, few years back, your life was not as easy as it is today. I would like to start from there. Share your life with us.
Well, 2009, I had it was a divorce. It was really hard for me because I wanted to be married forever. I just never wanted to see myself divorced. I said, once I get married, I'll be married once. I'll never get a divorce. But my ex-husband, it didn't work with us. He left me with my two kids, and one of my sons was in school, actually in school. He was in Job Corps. So he just didn't want to be in a marriage anymore. I went home one day from work and our electric was cut off. And he didn't care whether it got cut back on or not. He said he wasn't doing it anymore. So I had to call my mom, and calling my mom was not easy because I didn't want to, being married, I didn't want to rely on my mom anymore. I wanted to, it was all about me and my husband.
Yeah.
So my mom said, come on back home. And me and the kids towed it back home. And it was hard because I never knew I wanted to live back home with my mom. It's just, I felt like a kid again. Like I felt like a 16-year-old again, living back at your parents' house. But I went through a depression state, a very bad depression state where my body would tighten up because I would get so stressed out because how was I going to pay my bills? How was I going to live? Where was my kids going to go? I didn't know what to do. I had spasms where my mother would have to come and kind of massage me out like a child because I was so stressed, and I was going to therapy and doctors, going through so much because I was just stressed out about being divorced. But I had to go through that low place because in the midst of that low place, I had to find myself because I was deep in love with this person, and I lived through this person and not living on my own, like being who Davina really is. I lived through him. So I didn't know what Davina liked. I didn't know what Davina wanted to go. I just lived through the person. So I had to go through those times to really find myself. So I went through that, and I started working on me, really finding out what Davina likes, what she loves, where she want to be, where she want to go, where she want to get educated at. That's when I started finding myself.
Wow. So there are a lot of people like you who might be currently going through the same situation that you have been or you had been many years back. So what is one advice, very specific advice you would like to give to those youngsters who are going through the same situation? It could be marital issues like divorce, or it could be something else. What is that one advice that comes not from the books, but from your inside?
From my insight is I am an I am person. I always have to say I am to me all the time, because when you start speaking to yourself, you start feeling it. And you guys feel it in here, feel it up here, and feel it in here. So I started saying, I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am unstoppable. I'm an overcomer. I'm a conqueror. I am Davina. And I had to accept those I am, because if not, then I'm believing what somebody else says for me, but I have to say it to myself so I can hear it. Not somebody else tell me, because we always say somebody loves you, but I got to say, I love me. So when you start loving yourself, then it doesn't, even if somebody leaves you, you're all right, because I love me. I feel good with me. I feel comfortable in the skin I'm in. I'm all right with Davina. And that's where I had to come at. And I feel comfortable with me because I went through that to now say, I know who I am. I didn't know who I was before. I was all what somebody else wanted me to be. If he wanted me to go left, I went left. If he wanted me to go to right, I went right. I never really stood out for myself. So when I start standing out for myself, I start accepting who I am, even with my flaws. When I mess up, I mess up. That's me, but I love me. I'm okay with me right now.
Absolutely. Now, Davina, this is an affirmation that you shared with me. There are a lot of people, a lot of trainers, a lot of gurus. They say that you have to come up with affirmation. You have to look onto the screen. You have to chat, or you have to shout, all those things that you did. But since you come from your practical side, is just shouting or saying is enough? Or does it have more than just the lip movement?
It's enough. It's like even in my room, I have my mirror, and my mirror has a whole bunch of positive, I'm a conqueror. It has those words on there. So when I go to sleep at night, when I wake up in the morning, I see those words, and those words are written in orange lipstick. Because I need to see it. And I paste a lot of different things in my room. I have a Paris sign up there. I have a I love you. I put those things around me so I can see them. So I can start feeling them. And when I say them, I feel them. Okay, I do love me. So even when I do have those hard times, even when my young kids they see those words, they'll see it. So you have to put those things in front of you all the time, no matter what.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, you had gone through a size and you have reduced your size. Now, what was the reason for going big in size?
I was depressed, so I ate a lot. I ate a lot because I was trying to eat away my sorrows, what was going on with me. And then I ended up losing a lot of weight because I was on depression medicine, and that made me, because I became really sick off of the medicine. And then I took myself off the medicine, and I gained the weight back. But I said, you know what? I've been dancing since I was 6 years old. So I was like, I need to find something that I love doing. And I love dancing. So I just started like, okay, I'm going to start taking care of my body, because if I don't take care of my body, how am I going to take care of these kids? So I said, my mom always had a membership for me for years. She kept me on my membership since I was, younger. She kept all my kids. So I said, you know what, I'll start going to the Y and working out. And I started going to the Y, and I started liking Zumba. And I was like, oh, I like this because it's dancing. So I started going and going. And then my cousin called me one day, and she said, hey, can you teach a class of Zumba for one of the churches? And I'm like, no, I'm not certified. I'm not certified to teach anything. So I started looking it up. And lo and behold, I found they were having one in Philadelphia that's like 20 minutes away. And I got certified to be a Zumba instructor. And from there on, as I went and I started loving what I was doing, I started doing Zumba. And then when I got to the conferences, they said, hey, well, do you want to take another certification in dance and fitness? And then before you know it, lo and behold, every time I went, they were asking me to get another certification. And I got 13 certifications in dance and fitness because I love dancing. I love it. I taught praise dance at my church up until last year. I still teach for an insurance company here in Delaware where I live. So I was teaching for seniors because I was doing fitness for senior citizens, and they loved it. I did Zumba. So I did Zumba toning, Zumba kids. So I just loved dancing, and that's what I taught.
Wow. Before I go to the dance part, let me take you back again, where there are a lot of people, again, I want to connect to, because you are a motivational speaker and you inspire people around the world. So let me take more from you. I want to dig and go deep into you, because there are a lot of people, again, going to the back same scenario, which I mentioned earlier. There are people in a depression stage right now, who keep on eating and eating and eating. And as you were able to discover that your health is more important, and that is a foundation for your wellness and your health and so forth. But once you get into that stage, I also go through the same stage. When it's not a good day for me, I tend eating a lot. And especially I eat a lot when it comes to biscuits. I normally don't go for biscuits, but if I am out of control, I keep on eating. And my wife said, "Why do you finish the whole thing?" I said, "Today I want to finish it." Then that's what happens to me as a human being. I might be an inspiring what do you call trainer or master trainer. That's a different thing, because I'm a human being exactly like you. Exactly like you. So we have our limitations, because we are not the creator. We are just a creation of the creator. So at many stages we are helpless, and we go to the wrong path. And that's when we come across people like you, experienced people and expertise that you can share with us. So tell me, when you go to those sort of depression today, maybe even after being a dance trainer, a teacher, a coach, even today as a human being, you might be going through depression. At certain times, the day may not be good. And if you tend to eat and you feel to eat, how do you stop?
Yeah, when we go through different stages in our life, we feel like we're going to try to eat our way out or eat our way to another next level. But I had to sit and just like, okay, I know today I'm at cheat days for me. So like cheat day might be, okay, if we're going out, it's Sunday. Sunday, we went out to eat. I went out with the kids and I ate with them, and then we went to have ice cream, So I do have a cheat day, and I tell people it's okay to sometimes, when you want to have a day that you want to, go out and eat good things that you like to eat. We sometimes, okay, I want to have a tasty cake. Have a tasty cake. Don't deprive yourself all the time when you're, it's a weight loss journey. You don't want to deprive yourself from everything. It's okay to sometimes have the things you like, but just don't do it all the time. You can pick specific days. Okay, we're having a meeting. The meeting we're having today, we're gonna have some chicken or something. Okay, I'm gonna have that today, but I know tomorrow and the next days I'm not gonna have that. So sometimes we have to have a schedule of what we're gonna eat and when we're gonna eat it. And I pack my lunch a lot. I pack my lunch all the time. I'm always carrying it, and I always have a snack bag. People always say, "What you got?" I got some snacks, because I know that if I don't carry kind of a snack with me, sometimes I will go stop at these different places and get chips and candy and all these things, and I'll just eat. So when you're going through that, I feel as though you need to start preparing your meals and having the things that you like with you all the time, because then you won't overeat. We overeat because there's so many choices. Okay, we'll ride past the store. Okay, let me go run in there and get me a snack. And before you know, we come out with a whole bag. Not one, we got a whole bag of snacks. Exactly. Because our mind wanders all over the place. But I tell people, and my clients, pack your food. Carry a lunch bag all the time. If you carry a lunch bag, you'll have all your snacks in there. Okay, and then sometimes if you want to cheat, it's okay to cheat, but pretty much carry your snacks all the time with you.
Now, sometimes if it's a cheat day, let me borrow your terminology. If it's a cheat day and you tend to eat today chicken and ice cream and all those things, then the next day you have a feeling. There are two feelings you have. Number one, you feel a guilt. That's the biggest stuff which happens. And number two, there's an excuse. Oh, I ate yesterday, so let me eat today.
No, if I ate Sunday, I know no matter what I was going through on Monday, I said, let me get myself together, get myself back on track. And then I went out and I went to work it out yesterday. I went to somebody else's class. I didn't even teach the class. I went to somebody else's class because it feels good for me to sometimes somebody else train me. Because I'm not in control all the time. Let them train me so I can focus on them telling me what to do. So then I'll work harder.
Wow. So in one way or other, your mind controls your body and your mind controls what you eat.
Yes, you change I tell people you have to change your mind to change your life, to change your body.
Absolutely. That's
powerful. I have that on my business cards because we just think, okay, I had a lot of clients, they just changed their body. Okay, they changed their body. Then months down the road, they're back the same way because you never changed up here first. You have to change up here and then you work on your body. Absolutely. You don't work on the body and then work on the mind. You got to work here and it goes down.
Absolutely. That's very powerful. Now let me take you to the second stage. Now, since your mom had a membership for you in the dancing club or the dancing classes, that's one of the reasons that you took dance, and you loved dancing, and that is one reason you took dancing. Let's say you want to coach me, or I'm going through the same situation that you had gone through, and I am nothing to do with dancing. I never been to the dance club. So what is the alternative for me to get out of that depression, out of that eating habit, and get to a shape mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, professionally, and financially? Finance, that's very important. And how can I get that shift or the transformation from that particular stage to the stage that you are right now, normal stage?
Well, I would sit down and I have a consultation with you and find out what you like. What do you really like? Because some people might like, maybe they like yoga, or maybe they like a ballet bar, maybe they like kickboxing, you know, or strength training. Everybody's different. So I will find out what you like, and let's work from there, because it's not about me. It's about what you like. And then we'll find out the foods that you like, because sometimes you like healthy foods. So we'll pick out some healthy foods that you like, and then incorporate some other healthy foods in there and take the bad ones out, you know, and then we'll just have a plan. And I live by a schedule all the time. Like me, I'm always scheduled out. I tell people, pencil me in. We will schedule out what you're going to eat and how you're going to exercise. Okay, Tuesday, you're going to do this. Wednesday, you're going to do this. Let's figure out the days you're going to work out. You're going to work out 3 days. Let's do 3 days. And then you're going to be off, because if not, then if you're just, okay, randomly picked, then you won't go by it. So if you're a schedule, let's go by your schedule, and let's live by your schedule. And then once it becomes a daily routine, you'll do it with no problem. I won't have to tell you to look at your schedule. You'll get used to it. Your body's used to it. Your mind's used to it. You're used to your schedule, and you'll start loving it, because you'll start loving yourself. And I'll give you your own affirmation to say to yourself, so we can work on it.
Wow, that's powerful. That's powerful. Now, I want to take you to a different scenario. Let's keep away all those sort of depression and all that away, out of the window. A healthy person comes to you. Okay, now when I say healthy person, this is a group of people. These are entrepreneurs. These are the C-suites. These are the leaders of different organizations. And now they have selected you as their coach. What would be your 3 advices to people who are very busy in their work, not much caring about their health or the family or the relationship? What is the advice? Now, before we go to the advice part, how would you sit with them, and how would you coach them, and how would you have the very first initial interview with those people?
Well, actually, I had a client that everything was, they're entrepreneur, they have it going on. Life is great for them, but they never had time for themselves. They did everything for everybody else. They didn't care about they just worried about running a business. So I would sit down with them and let's go over your life. What are you doing in your life? Do you even have time for yourself? We have time for our business, but have you had time for yourself to just kind of sit down, get your mind right, get yourself clear? Do you have time for that? Do you have time that you just want to take a walk? Do you have time? Do you have time to be with your spouse? Because some people, they work all the time, but they never have time for their spouse. They don't go out to dinner. They don't go out to the movies. They don't even take a walk in the park with their mate, because they're so busy. So I would actually, we're going to, like I said, I live by a calendar, a schedule. We're going to pencil in the time that you're going to start working on you, working on your mate, with your mate, because you don't want to lose your mate, because you're working on the business. We're going to make this mate happy with you and your business, you know, and then we're going to just it in time for your business, because sometimes we don't schedule our business is scheduled at home all the time. Okay. At 5 o'clock, won't we just stop working and work on family time? We all think we have to work 24 hours around the clock on everything. But I have a client that I told them, we're going to pencil in everything and every hour on what days you're going to do everything. So then you can live by it. I say you have to live by a calendar or a schedule. If not, you'll just be doing things all the time. So that's how I will work with leaders and entrepreneurs. Let's just start working on you. And what makes you happy? What do you need to do to make you happy? Let's work on those things.
Wow.
And then once we find out that, then we'll work from there to where you need to get to.
Wow. take us to a situation or a scenario in your life where somebody, now it could be a CEO or a C-suite, who came back to you and said, Davina, just because of your coaching, not only my business improved, but my health and my relationship also improved.
Look, I had a client where I seen her go from really literally just like frustrated with her job to doing a job she loves. I see her on I seen her, she sent pictures of her graduation and her Instagram page and of her business, and it's just like I feel like a mother, a proud mama, because it's like I seen her from the beginning state to see her blossom into what she's doing, and her business is blooming because of me just being supportive. And it's just, I'm just holding your hand. You can do it. It's all in you. It's not even in me. It's in you. I'm just going to pull it out. And once I pull it out and you're able to stand out there on your own, you're able to do it. Everybody just needs assistance. I do too. I go to a lot of people asking for assistance because I can't do it by myself. So it's okay to ask for somebody to coach you or mentor you to help you to get to another point. So that makes me feel so much. I mean, that's all I want to do, will be a servant and help other people. I want to see other people grow. As long as I can do that, I will be happy the rest of my life, just helping others. That's what I'm here for. God created me to serve, and I'm going to serve and help people grow.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now here you use the word servant, and servant leadership is a very powerful leadership. Now, if you use the word servant leadership, at the same time, the other person should also be accountable for what is being told. If the other person is not accountable and you just keep on serving, that will not serve the person. So how important is to be accountable about yourself, your life, what you eat, what you see, what you think, your thoughts and words, everything. How important is accountability? And then comes the next question, how important is to serve somebody else as a servant leader? So there are two questions back together.
Well, serving. Also, yes, I love serving, but also I hold my clients accountable. Like, they know me. I'm pretty much, if I call you or I ask you a question or I give you homework, I want to hear from you the following days or the day your appointment is. I want to see these things done. If not, then you know me, I'm going to be back on you again. What are you doing? And I'm going to stay on you until you get somewhere, until you move from point A to point B. You're not going to just stay here. So I will stay on you until you, because I know it's in you. It's just that sometimes people get stubborn because we're grown. They don't want to listen to another grown. Like, who are you to tell me? But I know that long as I keep on, because it's with love, and stay on them, that they will move to the next level.
Wow, that's really powerful. Now here comes, Davina, the next question. When you have a client, now what would be the interval between different sessions? Is it weekly once or once in a month or every other day? What is the interval?
I like to keep a client for 3 months. I like to keep you for 3 months because that gives me some time to get to really know you. Because when you have it span, you got so much time to know, for me to get to know you. But once I start knowing you and you starting to trust me, then you'll actually start working more. But during a month, it's only a month time, and then before you know it, then you might not go on to the next month. So it's like, or you might not have completed your goal. So I take on 3 months, because then at least if we got a 3-month goal, we can reach that. And then from the 6th month, then we can take it 6 months. But I would like to take you from the 3 months for right now, because 1 month is really a shorter period of time to really, coach somebody. I will take you up as a client, but I love 3 months, because that gives me enough time to work with you and alongside of you, so you can complete your goal there, whatever you're trying to reach.
Now, there could be a lot of people, youngsters, who would like to be like you as a coach. What is that advice that you would like to share with them? Financial advice and the advice that you like to give about the passion of coaching.
One thing about financial, which is you have to invest in your business. A lot of, I talked to a a young man the other day, and we were talking about people don't put a lot of money in their business. We just think, okay, my business is going to be booming, I don't have to put anything in it. No, you have to pretty much market yourself. You have to put more money in marketing. Small businesses and startups only put 1% in their business. You should be putting 70% into your business when you first start out, because you want people to get to know you. And if I don't see you or see your face, well, who are you? I need to get to know you, so then I can say, hey, I want to know that person. Or I seen your ad on Facebook, or I seen your poster, on a wall or somewhere. I want to get to know you. So when they start getting to know you, or I seen your interview and I want them to get to know you, or how can I be a part of your services or anything? What can I do? So that's how people do that. They see my face, they see my poster, they see me all over. I got stickers. I'll put stickers anywhere. Like he said, put it on a dump truck if you want to. Just put your sticker anywhere, because you want people to see your face repetition, because that means that you're somebody special out there if they see your face all the time.
Absolutely.
And the passion that I love is I love helping people. And it's in my heart to just keep supportive and be somebody's accountability, be their mentor, be their coach, because I love what I do. I seen where I came from a hard time, and I love to see people, their lives grow, not stay stuck like mine was. So I would like to assist them in their lives growing. And that's why I love doing it. No matter what it is, I always get a client out somewhere because I love what I do.
When you love people, in every conversation, you would be the person who would be giving more than receiving from the other person. That is how you build up network. Now, when coming to marketing, you said that you make sure that your ads are there everywhere, including social media. And that's exactly what I do. Even if I were to send a quote, I make sure that my photograph or my picture is there on the quote, so people can connect my quote with the face. Your face is your brand. Always understand, my friends who are watching this program, and this is exactly what Davina is saying right now, that your face, you have to be your ambassador. You have to be the brand of your company. You have to be the marketing front edge. If you can make a change, if people can see and identify your face, then that would definitely connect with your business.
You're supposed to be a walking billboard. No matter where you go, you're supposed to be always walking around as you. I don't care if you're going in the market, the doctor's office, you always act like you are in an interview everywhere you go. Because you don't know who you're going to contact that can help you with your business, or you could be a servant to someone, or that's the person is your client, or somebody just want to collaborate with you. So always walk around looking like your business. I tell people, don't go outside with your stuff all disheveled and then you say, okay, I'm a coach. You be like, oh, who they coaching? They must be, they're not going to coach me. So you have to walk around all the time like that, because if not, nobody's going to believe in you. So you have to believe in yourself before you get there.
Exactly. And you got to keep yourself open. You got to keep yourself open.
Yes, you have to be the one. All the time. Put your face out there. I mean, I went to Friday. It was called Speed Networking.
Okay.
And oh my God, I'm gonna do an event like that, because I love the energy. Because after a while, at first when you start off, you talk about your business, right? So you talk about your business, and you're like, and then before you know, when you go around and you have hit like 50 people selling your business, you're like, my business. You're just really like Superwoman.
Exactly.
Because you feel good about your business by that time, because you keep rehearsing it about your business. Absolutely. And sometimes I feel as though that's what we need to do. Just keep on saying, hey, my business is, come online and tell people about it, being your own commercial, because then that while it gets in your spirit and people see you, and then it gets you out there.
Absolutely. They say that reputation is the mother of all skills. And that is something I heard from Tony Robbins.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Davina Wilson,